Guys, Taylor here, and I just saw something on Facebook that made me want to do a little rant. I'm sitting out in the sun, I was scrolling Facebook, sitting with my kitty. This is Cinder. She's the most beautiful cat ever. So, I saw something, and I've seen it a lot, and I was even there before, where you don't really feel trustworthy of technology, like being tracked is like the main thing. It's like, oh, it always knows where we're at, and if we go to the store, it asks us how our experience at Walmart was, or when we go to the restaurants now, we have a QR scanner for the menus, and that's like becoming more and more a big thing. But I've come to an understanding about it, because I did used to be wary of it. It's like, knows where I go, it's like feeding me this information. But the key is to realize that it's doing that and not let it affect you. Don't let it trick you into thinking, oh, because I went to Walmart and it told me something about Walmart, that I need to go back to Walmart, or that I should do this or that, The advertising, because you went near an ice cream shop, then they give you an advertisement about ice cream, doesn't mean that you should do it because there's a sign. Technology feeds you this stuff that is kind of like your weakness. It's like, oh, you need this, or you need that, or you should watch this, or you should watch that. And it's really key to be aware of that. That being said, I've recently come to an understanding about technology and this whole spiritual awakening movement that's happening. So technology has been used negatively against us for a while now, and that's why people are so wary of it. But that's where the shift is coming. Technology is here, and it's here for the foreseeable future. We're not just going to stop making cell phones and stuff. If anything, they're becoming more prevalent, more powerful, cheaper to use. People can get on internet. Almost everybody is coming across a cell phone, no matter what country you're in. Cell phones are becoming attached to humanity, which kind of seems like a bad thing, but it's not a bad thing if you learn how to use it correctly. Use it to be yourself. Use it to get yourself out there. Use it to save the planet, for example, and spread love and all that stuff, of course. But to save the planet in terms of, back to the restaurant thing, the menu, the QI scan code. Yeah, it's tracking you. Yeah, now it knows where you eat and everything. But because of that scan code, restaurants will no longer be printing their sending their menus to somewhere, getting them printed, sending them somewhere else to get them laminated, and then sending them to all their locations. That whole process will be cut out. And do you see why that's a benefit for the planet? We're going to make cell phones regardless. They're going to keep getting produced. But we stop producing menus, and that cuts out an entire supply chain, entire trees and forests getting cut down just for the sake of restaurant menus. You see why that can be beneficial. Now, that doesn't have anything to do with the tracking, but with the tracking, I found, who cares when you're doing you? What's the worst that's going to happen? They're going to send you the ads at the ice cream place, and you're going to go eat ice cream. Yeah, maybe you shouldn't do that, but that's the worst that's going to happen, unless you're using the technology for something bad, something not good. You're going to feel guilty when you go to a location you shouldn't be, or you don't want to be, and you know that it's being recorded. It gets I could go into like a whole different thing there, like how in the future technology will be used to track down what happened in a murder case, because they had their cell phone on them. Maybe they'll be smart enough not to, but anyways, it's you have to use it for good, and then good things come of it. You have to not let it feed you negative stuff. You can't let your technology change what you do in the outside world. You can't go and hate someone because your technology told you to. You can't do those things, it's just not healthy for you. You can, but you shouldn't do those things. And that's how you have to see how technology can affect you, but how it can be used for good. Like this message, I'm sharing this because it's what I believe in my life and what I've seen to happen. Technology can be your friend, or it can be your worst enemy, but you're in control of it. It shows you certain things, but you're in control of your own self, and you can change the things that it shows you by doing different habits, by liking different things, by finding an interest in what you truly love instead of the latest drama. And that will feed into a much bigger thing. I really think that YouTube and online monetization is about to be a big thing. People coming into themselves, and instead of one person being famous or one person being this or one people that, it's going to even out. It's really, with the rise of technology, it's going to even out. And you're in control of that. Start recording what you love to do. Start recording the rants that come to you. Everybody has a skill that you can share with the world, you know, and the new platform is media. You don't have to become big by going out and doing this or doing that. It helps. But if you have a skill or a hobby or anything, you can start creating an income from your own skill and hobby. And like, I'm not even there yet. I'm not even close to making an income from it. But I see that it's something happening, and it's something technology is helping us do. And with that, like I said, jobs are going to be lost in the sense that nobody's there to make the menus anymore. You know, nobody's there to truck drive this and truck drive that, because we no longer need this or that. And so that's where like a big shift is coming, where a lot of people are going to be doing what they love and sharing it with other people. And that's how it always should have been. I grew up thinking like, what are we working for? We're working for somebody to make something that somebody else is going to do this and that, and this whole big process, when I could just go home and make it for my locality or something. You know, we don't need to have these big shipment things. In the past we did, because there was less people, we were few and far in between, way more spread out and everything. But now most things can be made at home. Do it yourself, you know, go pick up the stuff to do it and do it yourself. And it just cuts down the supply chain thing so much, you know. But it also meets that supply and demand for certain stuff that's being made, you know. And you can meet that supply and demand in your locality too at a smaller scale. I really just feel like technology, we're entering like the technology age, kind of, where it is global. You know, most people have it, not just some people. And I think that's a really big key to what's happening in the world. And like I said, I noticed a lot of people being untrusting of their media, and that's for good reason. But start making your own media. You know, share with people what you're doing and what you want to be doing. Me personally, I do art right now. I have a passion for plants and pets. Haven't made any videos on it yet because I just have a whole lot of other things on my mind lately. Painting, though, is the big thing that I'm doing. Thank you guys for listening to my technology rant. It's not something to be wary of. It's something to use in a positive way so that you can embrace that positivity. So comment, like, whatever. My Instagram, you can follow my art on my Instagram. Is this Taylor 22 on Instagram. But I just hope you guys have a good day, and I hope you find good, positive, and motivating things on your technology at home. Taylor out.